Very good morning to all. I welcome you all for this today's lecture on industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject. Okay, in the last lecture, we have discussed about the air compressor. Okay, or you can call pneumatic compressor also. Okay, and in that lecture, we have gone through the classification of air compressor. Then, for each and every type of the air compressor, we have seen the its a construction, its operation. Okay, and also we have seen some animation about that compressor. Okay, now the most important point is that how to, while selecting the air compressor, which parameter we should consider. Okay, so that selection of the air compressor, for that we have some parameters. Okay, and I will explain about that. Okay, now before proceeding the selection of the air compressor, just give me confirmation message about the whether my screen is visible at your end, whether my voice is audible at your end. Just give me message in the chat box. Is it everything okay at your end? Please tell me. Please tell me. See, the main difference between the pumps and the compressor is that fluid diluted by the compressor, that is air. Okay, fluid diluted by the air, diluted by the compressor is the air, and that is compressed. Getting it? And that air is under the pressure at the time when it is delivered. Getting it? So air which is delivered by, which is compressed by the compressor and which is under the pressure at the time of the deliver. Okay, so even if there is no load on the system, then also compressor is delivering the air at under pressure, and you'll get the compressed air only. Getting it? And most devices which are used to compress the air, no, so are very similar in concept. What are the different devices are there to compress the air, no? So that concept of all devices are similar to each other in concept. Getting it? And perhaps even hardware to your hydraulic pump also and a compressor. Okay, similar. Getting it? Now we have some parameter or the important factor you can call that to be considered. Okay, while selecting the this air compressor. Okay, and now which are that parameters? So I have written here. First is the operating pressure, then volumetric requirement, third is the type of application, then last one is the other consideration. Okay, so these parameters we should consider while selecting the air compressor for your particular application. Now, the first one is the operating pressure. So, the most important factor which governing the selection of the air compressor, so that is this parameter, operating pressure. Okay, this operating pressure means what? It is required. Okay, so this is the most important governing parameter while selecting the air compressor. We should consider this one. Getting it? And as we know that dynamic type, that is our rotary type air compressor, that are used for operating pressure below 5 bar, and above that we are going for the positive displacement. That means our reciprocating or the screw type air compressor. Getting it? So that are used. So whatever the operating pressure which is required by the system, no, so depend on that parameter operating pressure which is required for the system, no, so depend on that also you can select whether you have to go for the rotary type air compressor, whether you have to go for the reciprocating, that means the positive displacement. Getting it? So this is the first parameter that we have to consider while selecting the air compressor. Then second parameter is the volumetric requirement. So this is another important factor which is governing the selection of this air compressor. Okay, this volumetric demand of the volumetric requirements, what volumetric demand of a plant, or you can consider as a that air consumption. Volumetric requirements, what air consumption of the your pneumatic system. Okay, so this is another parameter that to be considered while selecting this air compressor. Getting it? So as we know that most of the plants are equipped with the receiver. Okay, that is a air receiver. So till if insufficient capacity compressor is selected, no, for example, for your plant, uh, you have the 100% EPC requirement, but if you have chosen compressor having the capacity only 50%, then there is a problem to get sufficient compressed air through that your insufficient capacity of your compressor. Okay, so your volumetric requirement, that means air consumption requirement of your plant, you should know. Depending on that also, your selection of the air is depend. Okay, because how much air consumption is there. Okay, depending on that only you can select. No, otherwise if required amount is only 5%, and if you're taking selecting the compressor having capacity 50%, that is injustice. So what is your plant volumetric requirement, or the that air consumption uh, requirement of pneumatic system, depending on that you can select your this our air compressor. Okay, so hence considering this fact, as well as keeping slow one point here also we have to take into consideration that your expansion of plant, that is also one scope, and that point also we have to keep into mind while selecting the air compressor. Okay, because it is it is recommended, or it is always preferred to select compressor with a higher volumetric efficiency or higher volumetric capacity than what are the exact requirement now. Because suppose you have selected 50% capacity compressor, because now you have the 50% only requirement, but in future if you want to expand your plant, that time your requirement will also increase. So the keeping into the mind about the expansion of your plant also, you have to select the air compressor. Getting it? So this is second criteria or the parameter or the factor that to be considered while selecting air compressor. And then third is a type of application. Okay, so the pneumatic system for which compressor being selected, that also the plays an important role in the selection of this air compressor. Okay, because for which application, for which pneumatic system you are selecting the compressor, that is also plays important role while in the selection of air compressor. So if application is only temporary, okay, or it may be the subjected to the frequent change in a configuration or the location, then it is better to go for a portable type compressor. If your location is not fixed, if it is if your application is temporary only, that time air compressor you can choose that portable type. And if the application is permanent in nature, then everyone or one should go for the permanent centralized compressor plant. Getting it? So this is also main point, and this is this point actually selection of air compressor, for that this parameter or the factor is common. Getting it? Okay. And last one is the other consideration. So other consideration means what? This involve that our investment. Okay, that means it involves initial cost, then operation cost, then maintenance cost, and other reliability of your compressor that to be selected. Okay, so these parameters also we need to consider while selecting the air compressor. Getting it? So this is a important parameters that to be select that to be considered while selection of the air compressor. Getting it? Now, along with the selection of the compressor, you should consider pressure rating also. That is the maximum pressure ratio. Okay, for which or at what pressure ratio? Sorry, my camera is off. Okay, at what pressure ratio you want to run your compressor. Okay, so that parameter also, that pressure rating also we should select. Here I have given the some pressure rating with respect to some types of the compressor. You can see if you want 10 this pressure ratio, then you can select the piston type. Okay, that means your single, like a single stage, double stage. Okay, all multi staging our air compressor. Reciprocating piston type is what? A reciprocating compressor. And if requirement is of 6 pressure ratio, okay, then you can go for vent type. If it is 5, then diaphragm type you can select. Then screw type. For the screw type, you will get 3 pressure. The value of the pressure ratio is only 3. And if less than that, that means the 2. Then you can go for the slope type compressor. So this is the uh, selection of the pressure, selection of the air compressor with respect to what pressure ratio want. Okay, so depend on that also, how much pressure ratio you require. Depend on that also, you can select the your compressor, and for that only this statistic, this table I have shown. Okay, understood? So up to this, we have covered all the points about the air compressor. Okay, understood? Understood? So after this, we'll start the our air preparation unit or filter regulator. Okay, air filter, then pressure regulator and oil lubricator, FRL unit, or you can call air preparation unit, or also you can call uh, fluid conditioner also. That point will start. Okay, now one point was remain to explain that symbol. Okay, so graphical symbol of the compressor. So this first one is the symbol of the air compressor, but it is for the single okay, and fixed displacement. And if it is a variable displacement, then this type of symbol is used. Getting it? Understood or not? Whatever I have explained, whether you understood or not, please tell me, give me reply in the chat box. Okay, if you will give a reply in the chat box, then and then only I will go further for this air preparation element. Okay, otherwise I will not go further. Please tell me, understood? Yes or no? Understood or not? Please reply me. All of you, please reply me. Nobody giving a reply. What is this? Please reply me. Be fast. Are you with me or are you doing something other one? Rutik Gore, Sagar, Sujit Mane, Vijay Surve, then Soham, Rohan, Pujak, Abhijit, Bapendra, Akshay, Mahesh, Kunal, Gaurav, Sachin, Ruturaj, Diksha, Sachin, Gaurav. Please reply me. Only one student has given reply. Other students, please reply me. Understood or not? Just say yes, no. Okay. Now let us go for the our new point. That is air preparation elements, or it is also called FRL unit. Okay, FRL means what is the just assembly of the 3 main element, which are that we are going to discuss here. And FRL stands for air filter, pressure regulator, and lubricator. Okay, FRL filter, regulator, and lubricator unit. Okay, or the for this FRL unit, another name is the fluid conditioner. Okay, in some book you will get this name. Okay, and another is also called air preparation element. Now, I will start with the small basic question, that is, what is the need of, or what is purpose of this air preparation element? Okay, so as we know that the atmospheric air, okay, that is as our inlet, that is our inlet for the compressor. So the atmospheric air that is compressed in the compressor, and is that is obviously that atmospheric air is not clean, because atmospheric air contains many contaminants, okay, such as smoke is there, dirt particle, water vapors, and etc. So all the contaminants are available in that your atmospheric air, and that we are compressing in the compressor. Getting it? In the compressor, we are not filtering. Okay, the filter unit is there. Okay, so for that purpose only, we are taking this air filter, air preparation element. Getting it? Now, atmospheric air contains the different contaminants. Getting it? So these contaminated air may lead to excessive wear and failure of your pneumatic components, because if you will not filter that air, then definitely it will affect the performance of your pneumatic component. That means wear and a failure of the pneumatic component may be occur. So the system performance and accuracy, that will depend mainly on the supply of the clean air. Okay, supply of the your clean and dry and contamination free compressed air. Okay, if your uh, air is the compressed air is our, or that air is our main input, if we'll get that air as a clean, dry, and contaminant-free air, that means you will have the good performance and accuracy for your pneumatic component. So, therefore, this air preparation unit or the FRL unit or the fluid conditioner are used to condition the compressed air. Okay, to condition the compressed air when before leaving into the, okay, before going into the your pneumatic, various pneumatic component. Okay, so that is the purpose. Now here I have used one word, that is fluid conditioner are used, or FRL unit is used to condition the compressed air before leaving into various pneumatic components of the pneumatic system. Now, what is meant by that conditioning? So, conditioning means what? Filtering, regulating, and lubricating. Okay. For that only, one by one, we'll discuss. Getting it? So, the purpose of this FRL unit, the purpose of the air preparation element, or the purpose of the fluid, purpose of this fluid conditioner is to make the compressed air more acceptable, okay, more acceptable and suitable fluid medium for your pneumatic system component, okay, as well as for the your operation person, operating personnel also, we have to make this air suitable and acceptable for your component as well as the that operating person. Okay, now, so for that purpose, in this air preparation unit, we have the different elements. Okay, now which are that element? So the most the important fluid conditioners are this fluid, sorry, air preparation elements are the, first is your filter, that is the air filter. Then we have the pressure regulator. Then we have the lubricator. Okay, this air filter. Okay, for air filter, FRL. F means for, stands for the filter. Then pressure regulator R. Then lubricator L, FRL. Okay, and along with this, we have the air dryer also, and some another is a muffler. Okay, so in this topic, the first of these three, no, that is a air filter, pressure regulator, and lubricator. So togetherly, it is called filter, sorry, FRL unit, filter regulator and lubricator unit, or it is also called service unit also. Okay, please remember. Okay, this question will be asked for in the MCQ in the your exam, university exam. Okay, FRL stands for filter regulator lubricator. Getting it? Now let us go for, now in short I will tell the purpose of the air filter. So here I have written to remove the contaminant and water vapors from the air. That is the air filter. Then pressure regulator, to maintain the pressure at a preset. What are the we require now? That is called preset. Preset level. So to maintain your pressure at a preset value, preset level, we need this pressure regulator unit. Getting it? And then to mix the lubricator, sorry, to mix the uh, uh, to mix the lubricant with the air, we need this oil lubricator unit. Okay, and to dehydrate the air, we require the air this dryer. Getting it? Now one by one we'll go. So this is a schematic diagram of air filter. Okay, so what is the purpose? Now see, this diagram I have taken from that hydraulics, industrial hydraulics and pneumatic book by Elias Khan and Samir Sheikh. This diagram I got from the another book. Okay, it is similar, somewhat some part that is a deflector and filter characteristics is there. Here we have the filtering element. Okay, same. You can draw anyone, no problem. But its standard symbol is same. So I will start with the function of this air filter. Okay, what is the function of this air filter? So the function of the air filter is to remove all contaminant, or to remove all the foreign particle or foreign matter, and allow dry and clean air to flow without restriction to the regulator. To flow that clean air, dry air without restriction to the your regulator. Okay, because what are the air which is coming? Okay, that will go inside this air filter, and the clean air which will be the delivered by this filter, that will go inside the regulator. So the purpose, the function of this air filter, first is to remove all the foreign particle, to remove all the contaminant, and allow this dry clean air without any restriction to flow to the your regulator, and then further from the regulator air will flow onto the your lubricator. So that is a simple purpose or the function of this air filter. Okay, so filters are available in wide ranges. Okay, starting from the your fine mesh wire cloth, okay, which only drains out the heavy foreign particles. Okay, and to the element made of the synthetic metals which are designed to remove very small particle. Up to that range also we have the air filters that are available. Okay, okay, and usually inline the this filter elements can remove contaminant in the range of 5 to 50 micron range of the contaminant. Okay, inline filter elements can remove contaminant in range of 5 to 50 micron. Please remember. But while selecting air filter also, we have to consider some parameter, we have to consider some factors. Now, which are that factors which affect the selection of the filter? So first is the size of the particles to be filtered from the system, then capacity of the filter, accessibility and the maintainability, life of your filter, ability to drain the condensate. So these are some parameters or the factors which are affecting the selection of the filter. Okay, now come to our this diagram. Okay, I will explain with this one. Okay, so here the construction and operation of the this typically uh, cartridge type filter system is it. Okay, air filter. Okay, here I have shown, and this is standard symbol filter separator manual direct. Okay, this one you can see, this is standard symbol of air filter, and this air filter is a manual drain. Okay, and this is a automatic drain. You can see these are the graphical symbols. You can there is small difference between the manual drain and automatic drain. You can see small triangle is there at center. Okay, now I will tell the it's a construction and the operation of the this air filter. So this air filter, it consists of the filter cartridge. You can see here we have the filter cartridge, or you can call it as a filtering element in simple word also. Okay, then we have this deflector. Okay, this baffle, this total entire, this is called you can call. Okay, I have on this one. You can see filtering element also you can call filtering element. Here I have shown separately deflector, filter cartridge, baffle is there. Okay, then we have the this plastic ball. You can see this one. Okay, like in our cooler we have the plastic ball, no? Okay, to check the level. So here also we have the plastic ball. Then water drain wall. Okay, water drain wall. Okay, what are the after filtering? We'll get some water vapor, that droplet. So we have to take out from this air filter. For that purpose, drain wall is there. Getting it? Now how it operates? So the air to be filtered, no, that is allowed uh, to flow in downward direction. You can see air will come from this port. Here air input is here. So from this air port, air will come, and it is allowed to flow in downward. Okay, with a that slurring motion. Okay, and due to that slurring motion, forces the moisture and the heavier particle to fall down. Okay, so due to that slurring motion, whatever the moisture content or heavier particles are which are available in the air, no, that will fall into this compartment. Okay, getting it? And this deflector, so this deflector is used in the filter mechanically separate the contaminant. Okay, to separate mechanically that contaminant. For that purpose, this deflector is used. Getting it? And okay, that is placed before this filter cartridge. Okay, getting it? And this filter cartridge is provide a random zigzag pass. Okay, for the this air flow. Okay, you can see here this one. Okay, when air will pass through this filtering element, no, that this cartridge, what will happen? The air will be allowed to flow randomly. Okay, in zigzag path. Okay, due to that only, whatever the vapor or heavier vapor particles or the heavier particles which are present in that air, no, that will be separated out, and that will be collected here. This, okay, here also. So there, these are the liquid collecting sump is there. You can see. Getting it? That means air will be filtered. Getting it? And the water vapor gets contained that after this cartridge filter cartridge, no. So what are the water vapors are there, no, that will gets condensed inside this filter, and it is collected here. Okay, at the bottom of your filter bowl. Getting it? And also the heavier foreign particles which are present in that air, no, that are also separated from the air and are collected at this bottom of your ball. Getting it? And then the accumulated water is there, no, and other solid particles are there, no, at the bottom of this filter ball, no. So that are drained off with the help of this drain wall. Okay, this is the on off drain wall which is located at this bottom of the filter ball. Okay, and after that filtration of air, the fresh air will go from this port. You can see here we have the this port, and then air will out from this port, and further it will go into that pressure regulator. So this is the first unit, first element of the FRL unit. Getting it? Air filtration. Understood? And this is standard symbol of air filter. Please remember. Understood? Understood or not? Please reply me. Understood or not? Okay. Now air got filtered. Now come to the next one. Air pressure regulator. Okay. This is the second unit, second element of FRL or air preparation element. So what is the function of this FRL unit? Sorry, air filter, air pressure regulator. So the function of the air pressure regulator is to regulate the pressure of the incoming compressed air. Okay. Once again, I am repeating, the function of the air pressure regulator is to regulate the pressure of the incoming compressed air so as to achieve the desired air pressure at the steady condition. We have to regulate the pressure of that air compressor, incoming compressed air, and the compressed air leaving the compressor should be properly prepared before it goes into the circuit. For that purpose only, air should have the proper operating pressure for the your circuit, and improper fluctuation pressure level if it is present in the piping system, then that can be adversely affect on your operating characteristic of the system component. Okay, as such as your wall, cylinder, etc. So you need to regulate the pressure of that incoming compressed air. Okay, for our purpose to achieve the desired air pressure at a steady condition. Getting it? So therefore, air air pressure regulators are fitted to ensure the constant supply pressure. To ensure constant supply pressure, irrespective of the pressure fluctuation in the compressor unit. Getting it? For example, the line from the compressor may carry the pressure of the 10 bar, and the air pressure regulator can reduce this pressure to 0 bar also. Okay, to any point between the full line pressure and 0 line. Okay, so that is a function. So thus I can say this air pressure regulator acts as a pressure guards. Okay, by preventing the pressure sludge or the drop from the entering the air circuit. Okay, now for this pressure regulator also, this air pressure regulator, for this we have the two type, diaphragm type regulator, and the one is the piston type. Okay, so here I have shown the diaphragm type air pressure regulator. Okay, now with the help of this diagram I will explain you. See, what are the filter air we delivered by the air filter, no? So that will come inside this regulator. See, this is a inlet. Then this is a spring, damping spring is there. Getting it? So actually this pressure regulator, it consists of the diaphragm. You can see here. Then we have the wall. Okay, its stem is here. Okay, this damping spring is there, and usually this diaphragm is made of the oil resistant synthetic rubber with a nylon cloth reinforcement. Getting it? Now this how it operates. So the diaphragm this allow the proper amount of movement for opening and closing at the wall seat. Getting it? When the adjustable this cell, see when this oil this air will come inside this now, and if it is a its pressure is up to the mark, then air will go, okay, by this pore. Okay, that means at normal position this air pressure regulator is open. Okay, that means see that this it's a symbol at normal it is okay. When required pressure value, if it is low, and if this pressure of incoming air, compressed air, if it is high, that time this wall, okay, diaphragm will move in upward direction, and when sorry in downward direction, that time damping spring will get expand, and due to that only this wall, okay, this will close. Okay, getting it? So you can see this in the normal position, and when this diaphragm will take downward direction, that time this will close. Getting it? So this is a air pressure regulator. Okay, very simple. Pressure of the outlet actually it is depend upon the size of the wall operating. Okay, that is maintained, and this is determined by the that compression of the adjustable your spring. Okay, higher the spring compression, more will be the amount of opening. Getting it? Then last unit, that is air lubricator. Okay, please remember this symbol. This is a symbol of air pressure regulator. Then air lubricator. Okay, now what is this, or what is the function of the air lubricator? That question arises. So the function of an this air lubricator is to add controlled amount to add controlled amount of oil with a air, to add controlled amount of oil into the air. For what purpose? To ensure proper lubrication of the internal moving parts of the that pneumatic component. Okay, getting it? And this lubricator, it adds the lubrication oil in the form of fine mist, fine mist. Okay, to reduce the friction and wear of the your moving part of your pneumatic component. Okay, now which are that pneumatic component, moving pneumatic particles such as walls, then packings and air cylinders. Getting it? Okay, so at the same time, excessive lubrication is also undesirable. Okay, we need desirable that lubricator. Getting it? So that excessive lubricator, it is undesirable, and excessive lubrication may result for a malfunctioning component, then increase the problem also. Okay, then seizing of the your component. Okay, after prolonged downtime. Okay. Now, what is the another question is that what is the best type of lubricator for the pneumatic system? So generally, a good quality light grade spindle oil is a good lubricator in the pneumatic system. Okay, and sometimes mixture of 50% kerosene and 50% SAE 30 oil, that is also used as a lubricator, and that is also good or best type of lubricator. Now, what is the construction and the operation of the air lubricant that so you can see here, first I will show the symbol. So this is standard symbol for the lubricator. Okay, air filter, air pressure regulator we have seen. This is a air lubricator. For each element we have the separate symbol, and if you combine it, then you will get the symbol of the filter regulator unit, FRL unit. Getting it? So the construction and the operation of the typical force feed type lubricator. I have shown here. Okay, this is with the help of this figure I will explain. So you can see whatever the air, dry air, clean air will whatever the delivered by the that filter and the regulator, no, that will come to this air lubricator by this port, air dryer. Okay, you can see now it's this air lubricator's operation is similar to the principle of simple carburetor which are used in the petrol engine to obtain the air fuel mixture, no, what are the function is there, no, for carburetor, same function is there, getting it. So as okay, with the help of this figure I will explain. So as the air to be lubricate, no, that will enter into this inlet pipe. You can see here we have the inlet pipe, and this venturi ring is there, which is located in the pipe venturi unit. You can see here we have the venturi ring. This is located in the pipe. Okay, that will increase the velocity of flow, getting it, and it causes a local reduction in the that upper chamber. Okay, and this pressure differential between the your upper and lower chamber, okay, that will cause the suction of this lubrication. You can see here we have the oil reservoir. So due to the pressure difference between the upper and lower chamber, that only suction of this oil reservoir will be happen, and oil droplet will come to this pore, oil drops, and it will mixed in the air. Okay, at the this venturi ring, getting it, and then that lubricated oil will go outside through this one, through this port, getting it. So this is a, you can see here oil will come from this, then it sorry oil, dry air. Okay, then it will mixed here. Okay, oil will be sucked by this oil tube. Okay, why? Because the difference between that upper and lower chamber pressure difference. Okay, to control the oil. Okay, here we have the oil control knob. Okay, it will mix to your dry air, and the lubricated air will go outside through this port. Okay, now how that mixing will happen? So that venturi effect is there, because same function is there. What are the carburetor, in the carburetor whatever operation happening, the same operation is happening here. So we can see here venturi effect. Okay, this is our air flow, and then from this oil tube we will get the oil, and it will mix here, getting it. So that this is happening. So this is a air lubricator. Now air filter, air pressure regulator, and air lubricator, if you combine together, then we'll get this FRL unit. Okay, you can see here air filter. So clean the that air up in that air filter we have the, sorry, a clean dehydrated compressed air. Okay, with pressure, you can see here filter is there, then we have the regulator, and then we have this lubricator. So, and here you can see this is compressor. So from the compressed air which are delivered by this compressor, it will goes to your filter, then further it will go move to this pressure regulator, and at last it will go to the your uh, lubricator, getting it. So this is called the filter regulator unit, or air preparation unit element. Okay, you can see it's a standard symbol. This is a standard symbol of the FRL unit. This separator means what? Filter, pressure regulator, and lubricator. Okay, so this is also called service unit. Please see this standard symbol. You can show it by this also. Okay, same here I have shown air filter, air pressure regulator, and lubricator. And if you combine together, then this is a symbol of FRL unit. It is composite symbol, combined FRL unit. Please remember. Okay. Please see. So when you will combine all these three elements, then that filter, regulator, lubricator, it is called FRL unit. That is used for the pneumatic system. Please see that it's a combined symbol also. Along with this FRL unit, we'll have the dryer also. So air which contain moisture in the atmosphere condition, no? That contains okay, that air moisture will be present after compression also. Okay, so for that purpose we need a air dryer. Okay, because if the air which contains some moisture particle, if that air will enters in the system, no, then moisture gets condensed by giving heat to the cooler air or environment. So this condensed moisture that can lead to the corrosion or the rusting of your various pneumatic elements, no, or component. So hence dryer is need to be employed to remove the moisture which are contained in the air after the compression also. So due to that only air dryer it is used. Getting it? And for that air dryer we have the chemical dryer, then refrigerant type dryer also. Okay, this muffler, because this muffler is actually it is located uh, at end of the your pneumatic circuit. Okay, at the end of the pneumatic circuit it is located, because see what are the exhaust air is there, no, so that we need to the filter. Okay, so for that purpose also this muffler unit is used. See, it's a standard symbol. Okay, understood FRL unit? Understood or not? Please tell me. Understood or not? Understood? Please tell me in the chat box. FRL unit. Understood or not? Please reply in the chat box. If you say yes, then I can move further. This is very important. This is unique unit for pneumatic system. Now, okay, this is covered. Now let us have a small video about this point. Okay, just see. This is a air filter. The dirty air that will enter in that filter through this, and out of the moisture particle, liquid particle, or heavy solid that will through at the bottom of your that. For this video, voice is not there. Just say and read that point. Whatever I have explained, same thing is there. This is the entire air filter unit only. See, and outlet will get the fresh air, clean air, dry air. Then second unit, that this middle one, this is a air pressure regulator. See, this is a cut section has been taken. First, we have to set the preset level of the pressure. If it is okay, then air will move, will flow from that air regulator, pressure regulator. If it is, see, getting it. And the third one is the air lubricator. This third one, see how that Venturi effect happened, and how that air oil drops will be added in that air. Getting it? This oil, this air. Actually, oil are sucked to the upper side, and then this droplet is added in that air. This is a combined FRL unit. One more video I will show. Wait. One more video.
Aircom Pneumatic, the specialist for pressure and volume flow control. Function of the filter pressure regulator. A filter regulator consists of a pressure regulator and a filter combined in one device. The regulator part consists of an adjusting knob, a pressure spring, a diaphragm and a tappet. The filter part consists of a twist cap, a filter element, a divider and a drain. The air flows into the filter regulator through the inlet hole, marked dark blue here, and is brought into rotation by the canted wings of the twist cap. This rotation, also referred to as cyclone effect, flings water particles in the air against the filter wall, which then flow down to the container's base. The divider prevents the collected water, referred to as condensate, from being picked up by the airflow again. It divides the filter into a flow zone and a slowdown zone. The condensate collects in the slowdown zone and can be removed from the filter regulator through a drain. The air from which the condensate has been removed now flows through the filter element to remove the remaining dirt particles before arriving at the valve seat of the regulator. By turning the adjusting knob clockwise, the range spring is pre-tensioned, the tappet is pressed downward, and the valve seat is opened. This sets the output pressure set value. The compressed air flows from the input through the filter part and the open tappet to the output, shown here in light blue. Once the actual value matches the set value, the diaphragm is pushed up and the tappet closes the valve seat. The desired output pressure has been reached.
It's a air filter and regulator. One minute. And last one is remaining. This one. You can see oil lubricator. How it operates, how it works, how oil is added into the air. You can see with the by effect of that venturi. Same as we know that how the carburetor operates, no same way this air lubricator operates, works. Understood? Understood or not? Please reply me in the chat box. Understood or not? Okay. So this is about today's lecture. I request you all, please write down your roll number in the chat box. And after writing your roll number, you can leave this meeting. No problem. Okay. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you very much.